flip side, make sure that you speed up the content to get it all in. Got a lot to talk about today. As well as if you're watching this on a computer screen and not on a phone, feel free to go ahead and scan that QR code there and get yourself logged into Zen World. It's a Telegram organized by myself, where we're talking everything Zen every single day. We've got portals for you to talk to other people in the community within your specific blockchain. But yeah, man, we're gonna get set up very soon. Just tweeting out the links. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's get it. Yo, what's up YouTube? What's up internet land? Hello cyberspace. This your boy Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace, the DJ slash producer. If you know what time it is, you know what time it is. That's what I do. IRL. I make and I create. But I'm also a crypto hobbyist that's just been following the trend the whole damn time. And I missed one day yesterday. Usually I'm streaming here Monday through Friday, starting around 9 a.m. to 9:30ish in that time frame. So thank you for being here on time to my small group of followers. Y'all are sick as fuck. I fucking love you guys, straight up. But for those that are new, make sure you like and subscribe if you find this content valuable to yourself, or maybe you find it valuable to someone else. So feel free to share this information out as well. All this stuff is it's just for educational purposes. None of it is for financial purposes. And we're gonna talk about it today, man. We're gonna talk about it because we got really close on my channel. But you can't predict everything in crypto. I don't think you can predict everything in reality. Reality is what it is for a purpose, and yeah, you're pretty much just what's it called, a witness, right? Or you're witnessing something until you apply theory. So got so damn close, but didn't work out the way I expected to. So let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about it. I got somebody here, my guy MK. MK says Zen and DBZen is dying. Jack killed it. Or it's kind of an epic here. He put a little comma there. So Jack killed it. Stabbed it. What up, Adam? Adam Martin, early birds. Good morning to you. What up, Willow? What up, David? What up, Kelly? We got John is 200. 200 what? What are you? And ADZ, thanks for pulling up. Yeah, man, it is the afternoon over in the UK, says David. So, shit, we just waking up over here on the West Coast. I mean, East Coast. The West Coast for you. East Coast for my Americans out there. But yeah, man, people are still upset. People are still mad about what's going on in the ecosystem. I'm personally not mad, but damn it, I had this shit in the bag. And again, you just can't predict everything, right? It's just the fair part of the launch. Now, luckily, I was watching it all the way into this point, and this was the big anticipation concept of DxN, where we were supposed to have DxN become a portal into X1 two ways. All right, now we get XN either way. If you're burning within any part of the Zen ecosystem, you are facilitating an action to get XN tokens on the X1 chain. So you're gonna be getting those anyways if you burn in Zen. But there was a lot of Zenians that were uh, kind of placing our bets that this protocol, and I mean it's a great protocol. I talk about it all the time in my videos. You can run them back. We're always talking about DBZen because DBZen, in my opinion, is one of the coldest ways of creating passive income in cryptocurrency. Like everybody in crypto actually benefits from DBZen. It's not just Zenians. Zenians just have the advantage because we mint Zen for free. Well, we don't mint it for free, but I got more Zen than you because I got in before you. And if you're interested in DBZen, this is an opportunity for you to mine a token and get a reward from everyone mining. Um, Only takes some Zen, haha, and some native coins. So right now we're looking at it on Ethereum. So it's a very simple project, very simple concept, but it's not as simple as I think people think it is. And to the normal person, they still don't understand what the fuck DBZen is. They're like, what the fuck is this? So I think this is price manipulation based on the news. Some people, and what I mean by that too is like some people they bought in with the speculation of the extra XN tokens, and now they're the ones that are relieving or providing the sell pressure here, bruh. Like it's not like people that believe in DBZen. It's just people who wanted to go short on DBZen and that news. So whether it pumped, they were gonna dump anyways, and it didn't get the news they wanted, so now they're pouring it out. Slow pour here. But right now we're looking at the daily. The daily is becoming oversold on DxN. So this is something important to point out here on the RSI. It just dipped below today, right? And I'm building up to like my updated strategy on this. So now I'm looking at like the 3-day because what I noticed on DxN is it hasn't been around for more than officially 3 months. So since there's no 3-month theory here, we can't look at the weekly yet because there's not 90 days within the chart. So there ain't nothing here, and we don't know where it's gonna start when it starts. We'll know soon though. We're getting very close. We're on day 84 of DBZen. So very new shit, man. I'm not worried. I just want to put a thesis on top of my perspective of action. Haha. But like, yeah, looking at this now that we've dipped here. Oh yeah, my bad. I meant to say we're looking at the 3-day. 3-day on my TA analysis is telling me that we have room to go down further. And I was seeing this before. That's why I bought back here when we had this capitulation. And I did buy with the speculation that we were going to go north. So I guess I deserve to get burned. I mean, I'm staking though. That's why like I'm figuring out what's my next best move. And there's a lot of good moves. It just sucks because I wish I took it back here, just like how I wish I would have sold the fuck back here. But I'll get my cycle, bro. I'm here for the whole ride. I'm here for the whole ride. And I made one good one, but who the fuck cares? What I'm trying to see now is how low do we go in DBZen? And this is the part where it's really cool to see the utility of DBZen shining, and why it's just not going to zero. Wouldn't really just go to zero. We did go all the way down to $1.63. So now that's kind of on the table. If you rewind about a week, or yeah, 2 weeks ago, when we were talking back here when this happened, I was saying that like I had a potential bottom, which would have a new bottom that we needed to test if something were to happen, and that's just it, right? Like we didn't know nothing could happen, but I did put a spec in there. So at 3.30, or my bad, $3.90 is pretty much a respected support line. So then now what you got to do is fucking go way back. You got to go like to the 15 or to the hour. Auto Bora. And here you can see this is where the action is. Right? We've already tested it on the hour. We've rejected this. This is totally like being traded right now. This is going down more. So, you know, it's turning into a trader's market, which is okay. Um, and we also got a nice bottom in on the lobby yesterday. So all of the elements are coming together for DBZen to start to take another approach to its utility, which I've been talking about, but nobody fucking is doing it until now, right? And what we've been talking about is the burners in healthy competition within the ranges of Zen burned. In order for DBZen to be like at its most poppin', right? You don't want to see giant burners and small burners together. You want to see a consistency so that there's a good amount of distribution on the DxN. Now, would love to see a 10 billion or something like that pop up in here, 15 billion, because then they would help really dilute shit. It'll help dilute this a little bit more, you know, or you would need more players to show up below. But yeah, looking at DBZen right now, we have 11 ETH in the pool, and now we've officially turned around from one of the lowest days. It's like you want to see it consistently, but I'm gonna keep watching it. Like I always say with DxN, this is like a long idea. It just sucks to be like stuck in it now. It's like, there's a lot of strategy here, but my strategy is to stick with it, and I'm praying that I get a reversal in the lobby now that the tokens are so cheap. Because there's lobby opportunity, but the lobby opportunity isn't too valid yet. Still cheaper to buy them off of the decks. Like right now I have 350 DxN, which is like $1,500 or some shit. So right now you would need to burn 1,200, let's just say 3,000. So $4,200 to get $1,500 worth of coins. So the burning ratio to lobby ratio of purchase fucked up. And that's kind of what helps keep this price stable, because then the only people who are going to be dumping are the like whales that want the price to go lower. So we want them though, because they're burning Zen. Excuse me. And that's good for the Zen ecosystem, because they get to keep getting lower lows, and or you know, people are pulling out and dumping. But as we can see here on the daily rewards, right now no one's through a Hellmaker. We did see it over that weekend though, man. Everybody was pissed. They're taking their coins out. 17K, look at that, 18K, 14K. Right now we've got around 8,000. So that's back to the daily payout version. And that's another utility that's coming into play here that doesn't make me too worried. This number is going down and it's starting to ramp up. Every week I'm seeing less and less numbers. So if we look at like AVAX, for instance, let me just switch it right here. So AVAX has been running for, I forget how many days, but it's been running for quite a bit longer than the Ethereum DBZen. So on AVAX DBZen, which is going up too as well, this shit is performing very excellent. I've been able to make some really cool moves with the, it's not a lot, you know, but we in a bear market, so I should be happy with what I'm getting. I'm getting $10 a day from this thing that I used 10 days to get $100 to go into Bitcoin. Now I got some shit, you know, get some shit, you know, and then like another 10 days, I'll get another $100 to do something else. So, you know, it's the little things. But what we'll see here is that this is about to fall under the 8. It's going to have the 7. So it's getting less and less DxN daily coming, guys, because we're going into the future now. So this utility part is starting to play a factor as well, because the dumps will be smaller from the daily auctions, which means that it is obviously going to force more people to have to burn. Now, again, this 3.9 area, 3.9? It's actually a pretty good numerology number too for DBZen. Oh, I have to go, back into the 15 when I'm back here. So if we go into the 15 minute, Ah, ow! Stop it! Now I gotta scoot all the way back, all the way back. Check this out. What's up, chat? What up, Thad? You ain't late, bro. We just started. I'm just talking about my DxN strategy and giving you guys the meat and potatoes on how I got to what I'm about to start doing. So I'm just trying to validate that this is a. Yeah, here we go. I have to go even further into it. Oh man. Yeah, I would have to go further into it because I made this line like way back. Oof, it's like we're so far now that the data is just. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Why do you want to see all these micro minutes? Like, that's hard to make, dude. Can you guys hear the birds tweeting in the background? Does that shit sound elegant? Adam says 75 win bottom, sir, or 475 win bottom. Damn, it's not on the 5-minute. Where was it at? Where I found this level? I forgot how I found the level. I guess I thought it was. I rewind backwards and I see it. But for some reason it got respected. Maybe I did it off of a measurement and I removed my measurement where, like, you know, you do a percentage from the top to the bottom, and maybe I did a percentage move just to see like where would this percentage bottom be, and it landed right here. So we are in a lower low for sure. So we're putting in lows. We could put in the lowest, but that would, you know, definitely say DBZen is over, or all of the whales sell out. Now the cool thing about DBZen is we can see how many people are staked. So pool currently staked right now is still 85% of the pool. So 85% is staked right now. I mean, I don't see all of those coins coming out to get us to zero. Like, you gotta be like, you know, really thinking about this here. So what I do believe is currently happening is we've got a lot of whale action going on, a lot of noob action going on. Noobs don't know that they can play the game and pump the lobby to get the price up, and whales know that people are just buying and they're not facilitating the game, right? Facilitating the game literally means playing DBZ daily. And whether that be you don't have no Zen and you need to buy some Zen, that's just the game that you've created, bruh. And like 400 days, like that's why it's so cool to like think about the future. Like in 300 days, I could say pretty much now, there will be an abundance of Zen that's gonna come into influx for the population to use. And a lot of these dApps that absorb Zen will be absorbing a shit ton, right? And that's another reason why I'm glad that the 333 lobby starts in September versus it starting in 2024. Like now we'll get like all the abundance of xeNFTs pretty much burned out, as well as like what is abundance of this like Q4 of the beginning, right? What the fuck is that shit? We don't even know. So I think Zen is going to just keep getting deleted and deleted and deleted, and that's going to help with these projects. So do we get lower lows? Only if there's a shake. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to collect those fees today because I'm already in the pool. But more than likely, I'm going to enter into the LP because the liquidity pool seems to be the better game right now until people start to move back. And that's kind of why I'm just like, man, I wish I would have known that I should have just sat in the LP the whole time. Anybody who rolled, and I'll show you right now, there's people who've been riding the LP of DxN to the grave. Shout outs to them. They're the real winners. So we're looking at Uniswap Fish here. And what we can see here is by age, some of these positions here. Somebody's had a long position. Right, they've it could be multiple people. It's not, it could, maybe it's just not one person, but they're getting about 1% ROI. Oopsies. And they've been doing it for 55 days. So let's just apply this card up here. We have this one below it too. Similar vibes. So yeah, oh yeah, these are the full rangers. Yeah, full range. You get around $9 a day. So currently, I'm not really getting too much from DBZen on Ethereum, right? Like we had 8 ETH go into the lobby, which gave me this much fucking ETH, which is like I don't even know how much this is, dude. Um, Here, let's see. Is my calculator up? No calculator. No calculator. What is this, bro? I know it ain't. Oh, it ain't even that much no more. ETH is like $16 or 16. Let's just say 1600. I know it's low. They stomping that shit out. I'm gonna round up. So $7. So I'm getting $7 right now at the lowest lobby with 350 coins in DxN. Or I could be doing full range in the Uniswap pool, getting $2 extra with the Ethereum, and this is off $1,000, right? What I was looking at though is this is why it's like, yo, DBZen is super bullish. Only those that aren't thinking are the ones, like only those that are bleh, like that are just throwing up information, just saying whatever the fuck they want to say. Like those ones, only they are not looking at what's really happening here. So if you look at what's really happening here, this is, I guess, the news we needed. I didn't know what the fuck what would happen here. You know, like I didn't think you would hear news that like one guy wants to bring in one of the biggest, largest market caps ever, and then people start to capitulate on the ecosystem. Like it's still such a crazy world inside a Zen world that this was a great learning experience, and it's cool to see. Maybe we still have some capitulation. It would show that there are some people within the community, in my opinion, that probably don't deserve the pump, right? They probably should exit now, just so that they can protect their capital and not, you know, suffer, because they would be the people that would create the suffer. So we'll see if they, which one of them want to switch hands. I don't think many people are going to do it though, because again, this only happened based on the DxN FUD, right? If there was no FUD, this shit would have went right back up to probably $36 if there was no FUD. But now since it's, you know, we hit it with a yang and we're going down this way, I am still looking at getting it oversold on this RSI. So I am looking for another shakeout from some sort of whale, and hopefully it's within this region and it's not too low, but you got to be ready. Keep your eyes on the prize. Maybe we can count it with some days. I don't know. I don't have a crystal fucking ball, but keep your eyes on the prize. Set up some alerts. You know what I'm saying? I like this play. This you can set up an alert with Dex Scanner, bro. Set up an alert one time. But yeah, it's still looking good. I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen next over here. Will people into the lobby? I don't know. I have no clue. But I do think people. Oh yeah, my bad. I do think people will keep trading, and that trading atmosphere is something worth capturing. DxN right now has 150 in liquidity, which means that if you want to get 1% of this, in my opinion, right, because it's the lowest it's going to get. I was looking at providing liquidity on Zen, but the more I look at it, it's pretty much a whale game over there too. So it's pretty fun, or it's fun to know that DxN is tangible right now, because you could just, you know, throw in that 1500 and be really racking in the full range, trading back and forth. And if it does continue to the downside, you're just getting more DxN as a believer as it goes down. So it's like you're setting a range order in the liquidity pool to slowly buy DxN with your $748 worth of ETH and get the fees daily, which right now is double of what the fuck I'm getting over here. And that's what's like the mind-blowing part. The coin is going to be moving around as more people get hip to the scene, right? That's why we're still very early. So yeah, bring in the lows, bro. Let me get some more liquidity, bro. Please, I need some more. I need some more liquidity. Where am I going to get the dry powder to get it? That's where we're going next with it. But for, you know, the idea, like, hey, if you're going to throw lower lows, just might as well get them in now. Shit is about to pop off, right? What's popping? The real world. The fucking real world. Let's look at Bitcoin. Oof, it's the Bitstamp Bitcoin chart, the most OG chart you could look at. Yo, what up, Dank? Instead of focusing on charts, just make the chart, then plebs can try to decipher the chart. Reading the charts is lower level analysts. Uh, Reading charts is low level analysts. That's a fact. Fuck reading the charts, man. I use the charts. What do you call it? Yeah, just to know which direction I'm going. The LP is a game for men. Boys, stake and pray. Hey, bro. Let those boys stake and pray. Let them boys stake and pray. I'm gonna move over here though for sure. I just want to see some action, and I'm open with talking about it on stream because the people that watch my stream probably are the people that are fucking the candle up. And maybe they are the people fucking the candle up. So yeah, let's get it. Like, push it up just a little bit more. Let's go back and test this resistance line here on the hourly one more time for me. Let's see what we could do. Yeah, maybe I'll move over to the liquidity pool. I don't think people are gonna get into the lobby for some reason. There's just like this disconnect from like people wanting to burn their Zen, and I think that's a whale move. I honestly think the people who say don't burn your Zen now, like they benefit from you not burning Zen. Because me being on Avalanche, let's look at this real quick too. Me being on Avalanche, I'm seeing the effects of what burn Zen does to the fully diluted volume. The market cap and the fully diluted volume should be like side by side in a fairly launched environment because all the coins should be deployed. But since Avalanche's Zen is being burned faster than it's been created, now it's got this crazy just balance of fully diluted volume. So I hope one day all of the Zen world looks like this, because this would be really crazy at like a million, or you know, just like let's say it's a billion here and then it's like 10 billion here, and you know, it's just like I don't know. I'm just thinking this could get pretty crazy on a bigger chain with more volume and more liquidity. So the liquidity here is pretty small too, but you can see in 24 hours there's 108 people trading back and forth AZEN. Not as much as some of the other chains, but it is a chain where people are. But yeah, AZEN is falling underneath its lowest low point. So right now, this is like the all-time low for AZEN right now. So that's pretty wacky tabacky. But I still believe in AZEN. I'm minting this shit like crazy because it has the best tokenomics, in my opinion. Everybody's coin chain matters, but again, I like Avalanche because I just feel like it's gonna have a really good price appreciation as more people get hip to burning, especially if Jack Levin is telling the truth here. This motherfucker better not be lying. Hey, motherfucker, you motherfucker. You better not be lying. But yeah, Jack Levin said, as we take some feedback from the community, one of the most common questions debated was the 333-day cycle for Zen. Burn auctions for the XN was to be extended to other chains with a rate conversion of X1 XN based on the chain's average cost per vote. Average gas cost. Please vote. So right now, 62% of Zenians believe that this 333-day auction should be on all chains, which is, I think, really cool. It makes you go out there and explore. And I was already bringing this up in the Telegram. So yeah, we in the Telegram. We chatting hard over here. Here, I'm gonna drop it in the chat for you guys, so you guys can join the Telegram if you want to join the Zen World Telegram. We talk Bitcoin. We talk Moonbeam, but we was talking OKX. I don't know how we got over here. Hold on, let me put this in the chat real quick. How the fuck did we get over here? Yo, what up, Michael? Analysis. I don't open my mouth in a analysis, an analysis, and an analysis. Bitcoin to 12K soon, says Brian. Oh, for real? Now I think Bitcoin's going to go to 16, but I'm very curious on what's going to happen with the introduction of BRC20s. Very, very simple shit. But what I need to look at, maybe I'll do it right now, is we need to look at the 2020 Ethereum price and the impact of NFTs, because that whatever they did in 2020 with the NFTs on ETH is what they're doing with the Bitcoin ordinals right now, and they have all the infrastructure in which they didn't have in 2020, which makes me very, very bullish on ordinals. And I'm starting to look at different ordinals and different communities just to see what they got going on. But looking at OKX, right? Like, let's say like all burns happen. We were saying like, well, what if he opens the portal up for OKX? Because it's been a while. Right now, you can get like 10 billion for like $8 on OKX. So this will drive a buyer's market for all other chains, especially, um, you know, if these chains are popping. Because and the reason why we were talking about this is because shout outs to Tree City West. He's chilling in the chat. He brought up this realization that when you set up all of the market caps, or when you set up all of the ETH or Zen tokens as market caps, what you notice is that OKX is actually number 4, Phantom is number 5, right? So this is what the real world idea of burn would be, based on if it was based on market cap and well, how do you say this? Like you're gonna be burning all the time, so there's a market cap. This shit is wild. I wish I need to bring it up. But yeah, there's the burn where you burn all the time, infinite burns, and it's based on the chain's market cap. So OKX actually is in the top 5. So burning over there would be a smart idea if this gets turned back online, and then that's what brings us back into the buyer's market where we have the ability to actually buy the OKX now before everybody gets hip to the scene. And I just need to get some clarity on like if that's really what's going on here. Because if that is what's going on fucking here, then yeah, like all of this shit is needs to be gobble 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 and then furnace over and over and over again until there ain't no more Zen. And luckily, there, like I said, there is a test playground for this that's already showing us that it's possible, which is Avalanche. Um, uh, for some reason, I think it's because it's $7 for a max mint, so there's still a little bit of gas there. Phantom, you could go dumb with $7, and because like Phantom and Moonbeam also have small amounts of blocks. I think the same with EVMOS. But yeah, this Phantom is only 40 wallets. Moonbeam is only 55 wallets. So to say that the small wallet or less Zen because of small wallet concept, it's not the facts. The facts is the blockchain itself plays a factor in the creation, because if more people burn their F Zen, or like if more people on this chain just burned all their Zen, they could get rid of so much supply, but no one's just doing that. Everyone's just holding it, like waiting for the 10,000x. But what really should be happening is just straight burns, because you got to get the supply down. And yeah, when as a community are we gonna talk about burning? I don't know. Everybody's so focused on DxN, and yeah, DxN is is a trader's playground. That's kind of how I feel. Azen is up 48%, says someone. You're right. DxN at $1 is the play. Hey, Crypto Knight Black, if you think so, if you think it at $1, I think it needs more liquidity before we could do something like that, which would incline more people on staking. I don't think it's possible with this much liquidity. If everybody wanted 1,000 tokens, there's only 25 people who can get 1,000 tokens. That doesn't sound like real crypto. Oh yeah, there's if everybody wanted 1,000 tokens with 25,000 DxN in here, that means only 25 people could get all of the coins, and currently there's 147 people trading back and forth. So just like natural mathematical equations just don't make sense, and why it's so easy to be bullish on not lower low lows, because the slippage is too aggressive in these areas, and you would need more liquidity going into the liquidity side of DXN to make sure that people don't have their transactions fail. And then as people's transactions fail, it just creates that, oh my god, I gotta get this, oh my god, I gotta get this, and then that's what you get, these like super wicks of people being like, oh my god, I gotta get this, right? Then people can take back over, but if they're smart, they'll slowly bleed it down. And that's why it's like, how long can they slow bleed for? Because DXN is going to talk about DBZen very soon, which you can see here. They've already introduced a tab that freaked everybody out to dump all their fucking coins. Again, I listened to Rasmus. It sounds like they didn't mean for it to be like hostage situation. It was more of a statement that they were trying to make. They were like protesting. I do feel like they could have explained how to get to the UI a little bit better, and not include our wallets within the protests. Kind of wish they would have had that, filter, right? Like, it's like if your bank goes on protest, but then they're like, no ATMs today. It's like, wait, hold on, man. Wait, no ATMs today, right? So that type of shock factor can create a lot of distrust. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened, and why everybody decided to, start selling off their coins and saying, hey, maybe I don't need to be involved, or maybe I don't need this much exposure to DXN. That's kind of what I was hearing. That move made a lot of people feel like they could not be so exposed to DXN because it's too unpredictable. And then I was like, damn, that is kind of a fact. But like, you got to look at in my opinion, the longer picture here, which is that this is just some turbulence while we have the major markets start to move in whatever direction they're moving in. Looking at Bitcoin, I don't know why I drew a line here. I guess a long time ago. Maybe it's a year. Yeah, a year's worth. So 2022 looks like I drew a line ready for 2023. So are we going to see some lows in Bitcoin? I feel like we will, because the real world is providing this narrative. Stock market's looking super fucked up. Yeah, we were actually talking about this in Telegram. We were talking about how pretty much everything is being set up for a crazy crash in the stock market. And that's why, for me, I'm trying to see where am I at in the middle of this fight that's about to happen that I have nothing to do with. And again, this is like what's cool about Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin is super duper decentralized. Yeah, there's some people who own a lot of it and they trade it back and forth, and they can use a narrative, of course, to dump the price, right? This is on my Coinbase chart. I have my low at 17. So 17, 16, 15 is where I'm looking for Bitcoin to go. In this next dump or whatever. It's like 10,000 less than where we are today. Hope is that it doesn't break support too low. I don't want to see 11 and 12. If I'm seeing 11 and 12, man, that's fucking weird. But again, I don't know how much money is going to come into BRC20s. So BRC20 world is definitely booming right now. VMPx, we got that coming out right now, getting ready to change the bridge game. Now, I did do some discovery here, and to be honest, what Jack Levin is saying is not actually the truth, but it is the truth. So I've discovered other bridges. So it's not like VMPx will be the biggest bridge. There's actually other people working on bridges. One of those being, let me log into this. So we got Bitcoin access. Bitcoin melodies. So if you don't know what melodies are, yeah, you obviously are not in cryptocurrency as deep as I guess I am. Right now we're on Magic Eden. Magic Eden is a NFT platform. Very, 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 very hubby. And what I mean hubby is like they go harder than OpenSea on these smaller projects and really bringing artists to the forefront. So of course they're going to be one of the first movers in Bitcoin. And again, this is a camp coming from Solana, guys. So a lot of people shitted on Solana, but the Solana development is in my opinion, one of the most intriguing, because they really started in Solana and they didn't get the opportunity to understand what is crypto. So they've taken the red pill. They've taken the red pill, this Bitcoin thing, and they've taken it to the next level. But I was looking at this because I'm looking at getting some ordinals. Melodies are really good ordinals to get because they have a history from Ethereum. Actually, Elon Musk tweeted a melody one time, and I had a homeboy. Shout out Slat ETH, the fucking real NFT bro. He put me on melodies way back. I'll show the DM, but y'all can't go in my DMs. He put me on melodies, and I was like, whatever, bro. And I found the sickest melody ever. I think I've shown it on my channel. Let me see. I found the sickest melody ever. It had Richard Hart on it. I was like, yo, chill, homie. This shit is fire. But long story short, Melody, this is, like I said, this is a big community on Ethereum. As you can see, it's got that like millennial Y2K feel. This is a really good feeling of a brand in this space, and that's why I fucks with NFTs, because it's like about being fucking weird and artistic. But when I went to the site, because I was like, man, maybe I want to buy one of these Bitcoin melodies. Like, let me look into it. I saw they had a bridge, and I was like, oh shit, y'all got a bridge? And then what I'm figuring out here is that there's a competition, right? When you look at their bridge, they got this word called Xverse. Oh, I got one of those wallets. I started on Xverse, but now we on Unistat wallet. So then what I did was like, fuck it, let me see what's going on here. And I seen through their bridging here, disclaimer, bridging might take a few days because you're going from ETH to Bitcoin. So like, again, this isn't nothing new. Motherfuckers are already building, guys. They're already building, regardless of what you believe. All right, either you're with this or you're not. It doesn't matter. We're fucking gone already. All right. So this is what made me super excited about X1 chain. When I went to the ordinals market, I was like, yo, like maybe I want to get one of these frog things that Jack was like riveting about all the time. Because this is a good Bitcoin NFT to get your hands on if you're looking for some daily. I mean, if you guys haven't been trading NFTs, or if you didn't get into the wave, this is your opportunity to do what they did in 2020, which was the same thing we're doing in tokens, but we're using ERC 721s or Bitcoin ordinals, right? You're just finding the floor and riding the volume, the floor being the price of it. So that's what's happening here, and why the frogs are so fucking popping, because you'll see their global volume for one day is around 2 Bitcoin. This is pretty good, you know? They have a good market cap as well, 400 Bitcoins. You can see that they have 46 cells. So this is why I'm really getting into ordinals now, because they're indexing. They're starting to index tokens and value, and really bring the value to the Taproot, Segwit, Ordinal area. But what I saw was some fucking competition. I saw some competition. So I was like, let me connect, because all I got is Unistats, man. I'm coming from the Zen world, right? I ain't coming from wherever the fuck Xverse is. I'm coming from Zen world. And I was like, Unistats experimental. What the fuck? Like, I was like, what? So I clicked it, and it kept giving me this error, like, we can't connect. You need to switch to a Taproot wallet. It's not supported, blah, blah, blah. So what that means is, like, I had to go up here, and I had to go to my settings. Then I had to go to address type. And then here you have your Taproot wallet, which then you can, you know, use Xverse or Unistats. So that little bit of friction kind of turned me off a little bit. And I was like, yo, why the gatekeeping? You know, what is the thing I'm missing here that I have to change a setting in the wallet that I'm coming from in order to interact with this new bridge, right? Ways of different things. I would love to know why the fuck I need to switch from native Segwit to Taproot. All this does for me as a user is it makes it a little bit harder to just have one wallet. Right now I have to tell somebody how to swap in between the two to see where their BTC is, because essentially what you would do to use this marketplace is you would need to then copy this and send Bitcoin from your Bitcoin wallet to this wallet. So now you're gonna have Bitcoin on under one wallet, under 5 different things. You know, it's just gonna get fucking confusing for those that don't even understand what's going on already. Um, so it turned me off a little bit to the ordinals market, but it showed me that there's branding in this world of ordinals, and there's a lot of opportunity, right? Like I can't get the Bitcoin melodies over here, but thank God, Magic Eden, they already support our wallet over here. So can I sign out of this so I can show? Sign out. So when you hit connect wallet on Magic Eden, it has Xverse, it has Hyro, and it has Unistats. And it doesn't make you change anything. It allows you to stay on where you are. So I've been fucking with Magic Eden for this ordinal concept. And yeah, man, like I was saying, I'm building up this narrative that, yo, we're getting into the liquidity pools. We're finding new opportunities. Maybe Zen World got to figure itself out for a little bit, right? Like it looks like hormones are high. So we'll wait for that to happen. Did you see what happened to Phoenix, dog? Like, sheesh. Phoenix came back though. Somebody wrecked Phoenix and they came back like that. Well, not like that, but still some believers on ETH Phoenix, which is all Phoenix. I think everybody's just staking. That's why no one really cares about price, because we're looking for those reward pools from people burning. And yeah, we have the auctions, or the first reward flush is happening on all the other networks this weekend. So yeah, let's look at that. Oh, Dutch Lynn with the 2. Please show us how much ETH fees you make a day in DxN. Oh, you should just use this website. You can see it every day. This is uniswap.fish. I'll drop it in the Telegram so you can see what time it is. But yeah, you can use this to figure it out and make your best play. But honestly, I don't know how much fees. It looks like if you do full range with 1,500 bucks, get around $14 a day. Shitting on DBZen. Zen, focus on Zen. The ecosystem is still being built. Yeah, the ecosystem is still being built. The problem with Zen is that there's no funds in Zen. So now you need to go and find the funds, right? And then like now you can go literally and find, because we're moving to Bitcoin, and that's why I'm like so pro Bitcoin at this point, because I'm like, yeah, that's where people are moving coins around. People are stuck in the sand on Ethereum. And right now you see we got a little dip going on here in Vamp world. And these are like NFTs. So what you do to create this is like you set a card of like 1,000 Vamp and you sell it for like $150. And somebody comes and they need 150 to buy the card. So there's worlds where you'll be able to get it where people are setting the floor price, right? And then there's worlds where people are really trying to shill package you, get that 10K. So there's opportunity here, but what I really like is there's no low fucking balling. You can't come over here and low ball, bro. You got to be ready to play the game. Ain't nobody selling you Vamp for $5 over here, bro. You're gonna have to come through with at least $100. Sometimes you'll find a $50 wad in here. Very rare nowadays. Now after the news, you do not see it for 50. Here's one for 80. So here's an under 100. I should just buy this right now. Yeah, fuck y'all. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. That's messed up. But yeah, if somebody want to rock that, that's there for you. And yeah, that's what makes BRC20s, in my opinion, the most superior arbitrage right now. Because again, you got the NFT marketplace where you can go ahead and just like look into seeing where the activity is, and then you can start trading some of these, you know, now. So I wish their fucking index was a little bit better, like the Ord index. So I like the Ord got the sales. I think they got the sales. They got the sales. Oh, they got the sales. All right. So what you do is you're gonna just like go by sales, because if you go by sales, that's like looking at the makers on a DEX. Oh, somebody with the 20, Sir Anak Eduja, just with the blink, or with the blink. What are you? Is that your ordinal, bro? Is that your ordinal? Are you shilling right now? You're shilling the ordinal? But yeah, what we're doing here is we're just gonna look at the sales. So like, you want to see the place where things are selling all the time, because then that might be the opportunity. So like, let's just look at this one here. It has 101 sales in the last 24 hours. So what we could do is then just go to activity here, and we can see if there's activity of selling and buying. So yeah, 1 minute ago, somebody bought one of these stupid things for zero point 0.5 BTC. Now, you could do your research to see like what the fuck this is. Like, I don't know what the fuck this is. But that's just kind of like how you start to see where you are, right? And then you see we got the Bitcoin frogs up here when it goes back to, I don't know what it does it based on. Maybe it's doing it based on floor sales. I don't know. Maybe owners. Nah, not owners. Damn, BTC land. What the fuck is this? But yeah, I've been really exploring ordinals now because again, this is where the flip is gonna happen. So one of the ones I've been looking at is these Bitcoin Reapers. Now, this one's kind of cool. What I like about it is when I went to their Twitter, um, and again, I'm only getting into this stuff because like they're building bridges. The liquidity is coming. Oh yeah, and if you want to get in on this big Bitcoin Melody thing, they have a liquidity token already out. It came out like 2 days ago. I fucking put it on my watch list because we're going to the bag, man. We're coming back to the Zen ecosystem when people get their panties together. It's the new shit. So yeah, this right here is called Laser Eyes, and this is the token for the Bitcoin Melodies bridge. So like they came out with a bridge, with the bridge, and then with coming out with the bridge, they had to make a token just like VMPx. But the difference between their token and VMPx is it doesn't have a fucking Zen community behind it. So of course their shit is gone 10,000 down, right? 99% down. There's a lot of liquidity in the pool. Um, Kind of a small amount of makers. But yeah, this is essentially a BSC20 Ethereum ramp token. And this the new wave, like there's going to be more and more of these ramp tokens coming out because people are going to, you know, want that liquidity. Like there's players over here playing daily like Bitcoin land, like what the fuck is this? Like this is my first time seeing this. This wasn't out here yesterday. But what you do on Magic Eden is you just do your research, and a lot of this stuff is pixelated, right? They're doing the reason why you see a lot of pixelated art is because Bitcoin Taproot can only store I think like up to 4 megabytes of data, but you don't want to max that out because then it stops people from moving around. So a lot of the focus is on making pixelated art because that's the easiest thing to pass around. So that's really what you want to be looking for when you're looking at like wanting to trade or arbitrage some sort of ordinal. It's going to probably come from a pixel related thing, and that's just because it's easy to store on the chain. So I've been looking at this though. This one, I missed it yesterday because I it's like of course once I figure out how the fuck I'm gonna run a play, everybody starts buying them up. But yeah, you see, I came in and there was a dip happening right here last night. Some people were selling them for the low ski. And we had some low ones pop up, so I'm hoping I can get some more of these. But this is what I mean by like trading NFTs. When you trade an NFT, you go and you look like you're looking for a fucking token that has a picture on it. So it's like, oh shit, this one's on the low. Like this one's tight, and it sold for the low, right? 009. That one's really cool. But yeah, you want to look for the cool ones and then good price. So average right now is about 0014. If I'm looking to, you know, try to grab one of these, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for one that's, you know, 0014. But if there's 0015, you know, you just come back and you double check. You see if there's any sick ones that might want to go up. And another thing is inscriptions. So this is a game, bro. You got to know what the fuck you're doing. That's why a lot of people don't want to get into NFTs because it's too much game theory for them to understand. And this might be actually a good curve right now, or a good segue into like the DBZen NFTs. Like you can use ordinals to help yourself become better at NFTs in general right now, because right now this is where all the fucking people are like going back and forth in the minute of trading, because it's not as cool to do it on Ethereum anymore. So like what you could do is you could do by low inscription number. So you can see like these low inscriptions, right? And then now all of a sudden the prices are higher. So that's like another added trait to the BTC ordinal is when it was created, what inscription number it has, right? A lot of people were trying to get their projects in before the 10 million inscription number, because now like this Bitcoin Reaper one, they're not as cool because they're not under 10 million subscriptions. But if I go to Bitcoin Land, these are actually these are sub-million subscriptions. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, sub-million subscriptions for no price. I mean, it's pretty much no price. $50 for these is pretty much no price, because in the future, if these people are building, like if they're actively building, people will want the inscription, or they're gonna want to mess with the things that have the like, you know, the lower the inscription. I keep saying subscription probably. The lower the inscription is, the more valuable it's gonna be. So these projects that really did this early, like they're gonna be going hard for a while. So like you can see here, yeah, they're trying to build something out. Over here, I found another one which was like a game, and stuff. So it's pretty again, I guess it's pretty interesting. This whole ordinal space. And again, you ain't got to get into this shit, but you're gonna get left behind if you're, you know, staying on Ethereum, because there's literally people on here trading, even if it's not like a ton, right? There's people, and I assume that what's happening right here is that there's enough people going back and forth. Because what's probably, I don't know what's happening actually. I gotta really look into it, but there's something happening, and that's why people keep going back and forth. Like they keep moving these around for some reason, and that's how the ball starts. But yeah, we'll see where more people show up. Not too many people are on Magic Eden. I think more people are over here. Let's see. So there's like ordinals.market, and there's this one, and what's the other one? Big one. Oh, they don't have it here. I forget which other one it is. There's one more of these things where like the communities are all moving around. Oh, see, look at, yeah, that this is their bridge, that they've done with Bitcoin Melody, and they have all the documentation. Like I could literally build this shit into a dApp right now. Like they giving you the doc to just choop. But that's why I feel like X1 has a better advantage, because it'll make it even easier for people to create things, because you won't need to know how to code. Right now you still need to know how to code in order to create this world, or you'll need to hire a dev that can plug and play. So that's not really common in mass adoption. Mass adoption is a button. Like, hey, I just want to push a button and go. So yeah, that's crazy how they've built the bridge. But it's nothing like X1. X1's a physical blockchain bridge. It's gonna be much faster. All right, their bridge is gonna take days. Yo, X1 chain bridge is gonna probably take a couple fucking minutes. Straight up. Late but here. What's up, Cashew? What's this Bitcoin metaverse? It could be burning 10% Zen on both sides for every swap. That bridge for BTC might not be used, but the bridge for Zen will be used every day. Oh yeah, that bridge for Zen will be used all the time, and that's what they're doing, right? Like they said this from the beginning. Like they always have been trying to connect the NFT bros with the coin bros, and the coin bros never want to interact with the NFT bros, and that's kind of what the beauty of this BRC20 ordinal world is that if you're, unfortunately, like the NFTs are mass adoption, man. Like I have a fucking cool cat pillow right here, bruh. Like look at this. Like what? Like the fuck? But I can't do that with any shitcoin, right? I can't pull a shitcoin out from nowhere and just hold it up in front of a camera. And that's kind of why I'm like, oh, I got into NFTs in 2020 because I could see the mass adoption it would have. But I bought in too late in 2021 because then I bought everybody's bag. When it was like this, when it was super low You can get like 4 to 5 of these things and wait it out. And that's kind of what is going to happen with Vamp. Vamp is your access to the BRC20 world, so you have a safe haven. That's kind of how I see it. You have Vamp, you have Buffy, which is up. Buffy might be more entry. Here, let's see what Buffy is. Ooh, they're selling it kind of high. Kind of high sells here. So here's one for 60. 8,000 Buffy for 60 bucks. That's not bad. That's not bad. But yeah, there's Buffy, and then there's also Pussy, which is down 34%. It's down 34%. So yeah, this one's pretty expensive too. Yeah, no lowballing over here. We need a coin that says no lowballing. This is the no low baller zone. Shit. But yeah, Buffy, Vamp, and Pussy are your 3 safe havens over here. And as we can see, VMPx is number 2 on Ordinal BTC Ordinals. Ordi being number 1 right now, sorted by market cap. Ordi and OX BT is basically the competition right now. Like, these are the Reeboks and the Adidas to the Nike that is VPMX. The difference between them and VPMX, in my opinion, is we've got the server god who knows how to connect everyone together. I don't know what these two camps got going on, but they do got some good shillers. Some good people shilling hard for a very basic piece of technology. And that's, again, why the Zenian needs to run up in here and take all their gains. It's called Logic. It's called Logic, smart guy. Like a smart guy from Disney Channel. Anyone mining BRC, mining stats, BRC, they're almost 10% mined out, and they have the most holders. Are you talking about these? The stats? They're almost all minted out. They have a mint cap on that shit? That'd be the only reason to get in on those stats things then. If it has a mint cap, you might want to get one that's very clever. That's a true one. Bro, what was the name of the first ordinal you got for burning Zen? Oh yeah. The Zen ordinal. I got a little problem with the Knights, but that's kind of why I haven't spoke about them. My issue with the Knights right now is there is nothing going on for the fucking Knights. And I mean, there's no one to blame. It's the person to blame would be the one that's running the situation. And that's kind of why, for me at least, I'm like, dude, make a website, right? Don't make it go to zen.network/Knights. Like, we are not cool. Like, you go to any other corporate, or you go to, that's what I'm trying to get at. These are people trying to build brands like corporations on NFTs, because there's a lot of capital into making pillows, my G. So like, you go here to like Bitcoin Reapers. I mean, yeah, it's like a whatever ass page, but at least there's something here. I like how they got the boneyard, so you can go and see all of your ordinals by just tapping. Oops. So you could just be like, let's see what Ripper 666 looks like. So look at this one right here. So this is the devil Reaper. But you see how I just type it in and then it shows up, right? Why don't we have that for this? Why is someone gonna buy any of these if they go to the website? It looks like this. So this is like my little issue with the Knights right now. I see somebody's trying to campaign to get Jack Levin to put more emphasis on it. I would say start with making a website, my G. Like, you need to make a website. We need a real Knights presence. Like, we have no Knights presence. So it's kind of sad because I like my Knight, but it makes me feel like I could do better or something. And maybe there needs to be a new Zen Ordinal, but I'm trying my best to wait to see what the fuck is gonna happen, because I really like the art here. Zen Knight, the artist that did create these, he did an amazing job, and I think he needs a little bit more support from the people who are organizing this. And they need to make a website. It's literally that simple. You make a website, you make a presence, You make a community, and then people come through and they really buy these things because we ain't got no volume, bro. How the frogs got more volume than the Zen Knights? There's only 100 of these. So crazy. There's a lot of ways to think it through, but yeah, our inscription numbers are really low. We're underneath. So here's the shill for the Zen Knights after I did my little rant there. Uh, but the shill is that Zen Knights are under subscription concepts here. So under 1 million, under 500,000 Bitcoin inscribed ordinals. So they have that weight that when we get really, really far away from today and people go, hey, I want something under 1 million. This is already a collection in which people will be able to discover, and it has the history of Zen connected to it. So it's already built to pump, right? It's built to be worth a lot on Bitcoin. That's why I burned my Zen for it, because I could feel the energy. I couldn't understand it 100%, but I could feel it. Now, again, the issue here though is the people who created this, that are in charge of this project, make me feel like they don't have integrity for the project by not having a fucking website. And I've already said that many times. But yeah, we need that website, y'all. Whenever y'all cook it up, please let me know. Here's mine right here. 3,200. Yeah, 320,000. Sub 1 million. You see, it gets a little tag on Magic Eden. But yeah, like we just need to get this. A lot of this needs to be repaired, but again, it's just people taking ownership. It's like, who owns the collection, or who's the administrator of the collection, bruh? Like, do we need to give that shit to someone else? Like, the frogs are riveting all over our ass. They have volume, right? We got no volume. Shit, even unemployed artists got some volume. The fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, man, we got to get that part figured out. Look at these Bitcoin frogs. They're kind of cool though. They're kind of cool. This one's really cool. I probably cop this one, but I ain't got 0.2 Bitcoin right now. And this is what's cool about this shit, bro. We gotta get, man. And look at that. The ordinals are actually rarer than these. The ordinals are rarer than these. Yep, ordinals are rarer than these things. From low to high. They were printed after us. Damn, son. Fucking dropping the ball here with the Zen Knights. I'm being really critical about this. I'm sorry, but it is what it is, goddammit. Yep. So 32. Some of them took a little bit longer. It looks like this one was uploaded later. So it's not under 500K. It seems to have fallen into the collection a little bit late. Maybe it was missed or something like that. But yeah, looking at ours versus theirs, and we got Jack Levin saying ribbit. He's trying to shill this shit because the community's there, because they have volume, and our community does not. We broke as fuck over here, but we have great intellectual people, and that's why I'm like, hey, why stay on Ethereum where no one's gonna help bring you up, but you can go to Bitcoin and be able to become what everyone won't do on Ethereum. That's my one thing about the whole VAMP situation. I hope Bitcoin goes lower so that you guys get a better entry level or a better barrier of entry. But I do think that this whole world is gonna start helping the price of Bitcoin, because it's gonna keep people in like moving those coins off those exchanges into the hands of users. I guess Midjourney doesn't work on websites. Yeah, Midjourney only works on what do you call it? Discord. Yo, this stuff's about to flush this weekend. First reward pool for everything down below. Phoenix is still going up. Still burns happening. Still burns happening over here. They flushed. They still got burns going on. So people are still burning. Price is trash, but liquidity will come in the future. So really I'm not too worried too much about all of that stuff. I would say though is, you know, you want to get your stakes in now, if you're looking to go long on any of this stuff, because once it ends on the 17th, so on Saturday, yeah, you won't be able to get the 1 share rate any longer. Everything will ratchet up. And we can see here, like, the most aggressive was Polygon because it had the most Phoenix burned. So, uh, yeah, it's good to see that that's like a threshold concept. These ones won't ratchet up too much. They'll ratchet up kind of like Ethereum, at least for Avalanche, since it's at 42 mil. This one's going to be even lower because it's even lower. This one will be similar to Binance Chain. But yeah, this should be pretty dope. Dope. But yeah, man, I am pretty much fucking. I forgot why I launched this shit. Oh, I was trying to put the proof in the pudding. Oh, it will go lower. It will go lower. It's gonna go mad low. But hey, you don't know, man. These ordinals are gonna maybe give it a run for its money. Because like as more people bridge over to from ETH to Bitcoin, it changes up the scenario. It's like an unexpected thing to happen realistically. Hey, I put my Knight on ETH if you want it. But yeah, I be buying these NFTs, man. I'm fucking over it because they don't go anywhere on Ethereum because again, it's too many games. So on what do you call it? On Bitcoin, I see the organicness. I see the drive, the I want to build. But yeah, this melody was crazy. This shit ratchet up. My friend will put me on. I was like, let me save this one. This one was cool though. It had the Richard Heart at the bottom. I was like, damn, I need a scoop. Yeah, 2 months ago. So yeah, 450 is what I saw it on here for, and I didn't do it. Then this person flipped it for 0.6, and that's the NFT world, bro. You flipping these bitches. Look at this flip here. Look at the flip from 0.75 to 0.2 to 0.4 to 0.6. It just keeps going up, and that's because you know, what you don't want to be is this person that minted it and had to sell it for a loss, right? 10 months ago, because nobody believed in it. But that's kind of what I've been realizing in NFTs, is that actually older NFTs do better in a bear market because they have an established community where you can pump it off of off their coolness or whatever, or off whatever the fuck they've made. And that's why like this brand did really well off of this melody concept that I guess has been around for a while, like this like Y2K concept. Yeah, it's just like a whole like look. You feel me? If you know what I'm talking about. If you feel this website, you're probably my age. Yeah. Yes, I am a loyal melody. So here we go. So there was this website, scatter.art. There's another NFT marketplace on Ethereum where a lot of this stuff started to catch traction. So like this is why I'm really intrigued by this crypto world, because everyone's coming together, but on Bitcoin now, right? Because it's too hard to come together when everyone's spread out all over the place, because Ethereum is just such a broad spectrum of cryptocurrency. Like Bitcoin now, because it's so valuable, it makes people focus like on what is happening here, and it gathers community a lot I don't know, sturdier, right? It's more stable. This Bitcoin community is way more stable than the Solana, Ethereum, and Polygon community, because you have too many people who don't know what's going on. But in Bitcoin, everybody knows, I want more Bitcoins, right? I want more Bitcoin. So I'm gonna hold this until I get more Bitcoins for what I spent on it. And so on and so on and so on and so on. But on Ethereum, you gotta literally you gotta jump through hoops and loops to get discovered. Discovery is hard on ETH. Discovery is much, much easier on Bitcoin. And another reason why I'm attracted to it. And Labilo's Nintendo. We expect the unexpected, says Willow. Swapping the xeNFTs should be a thing on Zen by now. It should be. People don't get it though. Like I've always keep my eye on the NFTs because I like using Blur. And on Blur, this is where I see it all. This is where it all plays out. But yeah, there's nothing here. We'll do June 23. Let's enlarge in this. Is there anything here for us? June 3rd. And everybody be selling like their fucking old ass NFTs and shit, just fucking up the whole market and shit. This one right here is 1%. Too expensive though. Now that I look at the price, 0.5, too expensive. So yeah, there's not much value over here. Hey, look at this seller. Somebody with one address is just like pumping out one VMUs and putting them on the floor. For some reason, I don't know why they're doing that shit. Same here with the Zentarion. Somebody's making a bunch of them and pumping them out. So our market on NFTs are like kind of all over the place. But again, I think it's just because we're in a bear market. Not a lot of people know how to move. And I mean, just look at the turbulence that happened just from Jack saying like, hey, I'm not going to bring DxN along for the ride. I'm going to make sure you burn to come along for the ride. And yeah, price tanked. Everybody got shook out. It just shows the maturity of the market. The market isn't mature enough for those things that we believed these people could do. And that's what I really learned from this weekend. Like, do not put a lot of trust in a new community as much as you want to believe in it, because not everyone is on the same page as you, and you might be 80 steps ahead of them and they have more weight than you. So you got to pull it back, you know? And that's kind of why I'm like, all right, maybe the Zen community needs some more fundraising, right? Maybe we need to go and find the fundraising for the Zenians because they don't have it. They ain't got it like that. So that's kind of how I see the whole Bitcoin thing. I think it's a great way to fundraise and get some extra players into this ecosystem, so that we can get this turned around. Because I don't even know why you would be selling your Zen when Zen is made and created to be burned for X1 chain. It sounds like X1 chain is not. It sounds to me like we're not gonna see only one blockchain out of the Zen ecosystem. That's another thing I got from this weekend, and I'm gonna wrap this shit up. It looks like there could be a possibility that other people approach the blockchain conversation because they feel like they can do it better, and maybe they are. Maybe they are the chosen one to do it better. You know, I think blockchain is forever, and there will always be new ones. So I'm open for it, especially if we're doing blockchains based on burning Zen. Like, yeah, let's do that. I don't care. Fucking run 10 blockchains, all of them burn Zen for entry infinitely, you know, for infinite. Let's do it. Sounds like a good idea. Sounds like not everybody needs to get into X1 chain if they don't want to. And sounds like the allocation for the VAMP users is because of the idea of realization, right? The ideology, you got to realize that something's going on here. So if you have this customer on this side of town, you kind of have to go and check them out, you know? You got to give them something. You got to give them some sort of freemium, right? And that's why I think that 33% is valid, because we can't even get people to burn Zen. So it's not no one's helping the ecosystem. They got to burn the Zen. Here, let's see what DBZen ended at. Let's see if people are burning the Zen. What up, Jesse? I don't think Jack needs to build anymore, because you can't let one person build everything. I love what Rosvin said though about digging deeper than the deploying of X1 chain and it not being the ultimate freedom portal. So that's why I was like, damn, boy, you need to drop a blockchain then where you burn DxN to get into that blockchain if you want to have the fairest blockchain on the planet. So it made me bullish on DxN as well, because that would be insane if there was a blockchain connected to it. 2 blockchains. It wouldn't even just be one, because you would still need a burn Zen, which would get you into XN or X1 chain. And then like if Raz did decide to say, fuck everyone, this isn't fair, and he made his own through his own, that would be pretty wild. Like, how many builders would go to that blockchain? I don't know. And I think there's room for it. I think there's room for another idea in the ecosystem because um, DBZen is a game and Zen is data. So if X1 chain is going to be a data center and DBZen can be a game center, then I do think that Zen living in the middle of those two possible chains could be very bullish for the ecosystem. So if this is the type of shit we got to talk about to get that out, then I feel it. But then that's why it validates, in my opinion, that VAMP users do deserve more XN tokens because it's designed for them. It's designed for Bitcoin Bridge. It's not designed for Zen Bridge. You know, it's designed for Bitcoin Bridge. So they are over there. They're doing everything. They're building out that ecosystem. They deserve more coins. You know, and I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but ain't nobody burning for this shit, right? If DBZen wants to prove us wrong right now, they gotta figure out a way to get the burners back. They can't just wait for it to happen. They need to figure it out. Yeah, we had the lowest day, which was, well, it wasn't the lowest. It looks like 8.2 was the lowest, but 8.88, 3 8s in a row. That's why I'm like, hey man, this is the time. What is Razvan gonna do? What are you gonna do, dog? Because you guys got to keep building. I mean, I don't know what Joe's doing, but luckily for Joe, Phoenix isn't today. Phoenix is literally 2 years from now. So Joe doesn't have as much pressure as Razvan because Razvan's DApp is a daily auction that needs to continuously have players, and it's really not up to Jack Levin to bring the players to the game. What is the reason to own DxN if there needs to be players added? That's my kind of thing. Damn, currently staked is 0. I think it does that every single time it restarts over. Zen is already on blockchains. Yeah, Zen's on blockchains. Then build on a build. Why or wouldn't a blockchain be the foundation and then Zen the brick used? Then build on the blockchain or just have random projects built to burn Zen. Oh, I see. Damien says he thinks that Jack Levin is building rails. I think the same thing. I think everything is a rail back to Zen, and you can't overcompensate one project over the other, because if you do, then they're going to have more advantage for their users, and that's not really fair for anyone who didn't want to get involved. But then it's like, fuck you, I mean, you didn't get involved, right? So it's like, who's really fair? You know, fair is just a brand. But that's kind of, again, why I think the fairest thing to do would be for Raz to make his own blockchain now. That would be crazy fair. That would really clear this up. It's like, port the users out. But DxN's immutable, it started, and you chose Zen, you didn't choose anything else. And again, the reason why he chose Zen is because Zen it can't be disrupted. It's immutable. It as an entity is created by Jack Levin, but not ran by Jack Levin, right? They don't have no keys to control Zen. Anybody can port the whole community out of it if they wanted to. We're all going over here, you know. But I'm staying true with the Bitcoin narrative because it always shows up. It always shows up. Spread the foundation built on, then build the rest of the house. Spread the foundation to build on the rest of the house. That's kind of how I feel was happening. There's a lot of foundation being laid right now. And we need Bitcoin to tip over so we can get that going. And then, yeah, I think everything's going to look up. But realistically, can we keep DxN elevated? Are the whales going to return? Are they going to keep pressing the price down? Are people going to come and play the game? Are people going to buy the Zen to play the game? I'm not showing the levels, but we all know that we don't have no Zen coming in until a month from now. So are y'all going to buy the Zen to push the price, or are we here today? Are we here today? But yeah, man, it's Thursday, June 15th, 2023, and I've been talking for way too long. Sorry I missed the stream yesterday, though. I had to deal with some IRL stuff. It took all day long, And yeah, I was chatting in the Telegram here, and I'll make sure I drop that into the link real quick for those that want to pull up to the telly. But yeah, I was in the Telegram chatting. Minja Mija says, "Where did the rumor of Raz creating his own blockchain come from? Don't feel that that is necessary or a good use for the team's resources right now." Hell no, it's not. The narrative of that came from Cleo, the Twitter Spaces person. And then I felt the passion in what Razvan was saying in Twitter Spaces, where he was very passionate about starting a chain. Actually, where's it at? He was really, really passionate about. It was in this here. Let me see.
I was making this point. I really appreciate that answer, and it shows.
No, we didn't say this. We just called everyone and encouraged everyone to rethink for 24 hours. Why are we in this ecosystem? Why are we all sentients?
Yeah, but what do you have to say about the VMPx? Why do you don't like it? Is it something that you don't like in the white paper?
Again, from an official perspective, from an official DBZen representative perspective, I have nothing to say about. I do have, I do have one thing to say, is that the only thing that actually put me in a bad light in front of me. So I had bad feelings because I've repeated what Jack said in CryptoKindness' first interview, that there will be an allocation for DXN holders so that the DXN holders can burn their DXN and get XN. And I felt really bad when it was announced that this is not possible anymore because
Hey, I did hear that too. He did say that, so that was kind of messed up. He put Razvan in the spotlight by saying DXN will be burned, and him as a user and face of the brand had to kind of go along with the shenanigans.
I kind of encouraged that rumor. I really trust it because it kind of made sense, even if it's only from a subjective perspective. So I really thought that indeed DXN is so appreciated inside Xen that at some point there will be some kind of a portal between burning DXN and getting XN allocation. And but this is the only thing that I raised my hand. I said, okay, it was actually my fault because this was a rumor and we should not have bought it until it became official. But a lot of DXN holders were asking me about this, and I said yes because this is what I knew by at that moment. Now, other than this, I can speak as a, like I said, as a game theoretician, and if anyone asks for my consultancy, in my opinion, the way it was thought of, not just in terms of VMPx, but also the 333 days of burning liquid Zen, it's not good because somehow we miss out on the details. What do we do with the Xenians on smaller chains? What do we do with Phoenix? How do we account for the value that was brought by other projects in comparison with VMPx? Because even Dogecoin, sorry, or Zen Doge, sorry, brought more value to the Xen ecosystem than VMPx at this moment. So if we choose to go with VMPx, we need to have a hell of an argument about it, because if not, people will just not buy it. It just feels unfair. But this is as a
No,
consultant, not as
you
a.
know that. in the future, the VMPx will be the way to X1, right? So it's about the future.
Okay, but if we look at the future, we ignore the past. Okay, so there, just think about all the peoples that in 9 months minted Zen and burned Zen and traded Zen and participated to the ecosystem, to the liquidity pools, and so on and so forth. We need to take all of them into consideration.
Isn't
This is
it
my
a rising
opinion. As
tide?
Sorry.
Isn't it a rising tide that the value will flow and the whole ecosystem will float with it? You know.
No one can predict the future, but everyone knows the past. So it's easier to rely on decisions on the past happenings than. So let me just give you an example. I was stuck for almost 1 week thinking how to at least acknowledge the xeNFTs holders that hold a rare xeNFT. How do you do that? How can you be fair in front of them when you ask them to burn their xeNFTs and they have a rare xeNFT that in principle doesn't do anything but it has a prime number, but then you need to give him another asset and you need to take that little detail into account. So you really, in my opinion, as a game theoretician, when you base your assumptions on things that happened in the past, you need to take into consideration every little detail because for the people matter. They spend time and effort to do that.
Right. And I agree,
But
Raz. I think that with a project like yours or like Phoenix, something that really holds the Zen, it's really holding a lot of Zen shit together. And it sounds like maybe not so consciously of a careless act, but it really needs to work. I would think that they would try to at least work in cohesiveness with DBZen and the xeNFTs and all of that to make sure that it really is, demand on these working products that have really proven themselves. And then another thing I want to get around to is I've had.
So I just wanted to play that little bit of Raz talking about his passion behind the decision of not being down with VPMX, and that's kind of where my speculation came from when I was like starting to just listening to him. It felt like coming from first principles, like, hey, this doesn't feel like first principles. This doesn't feel like something that to his words, as a game strategy consultant, he would say that this isn't the best way to do it, the fairest way. So I'm not saying that DBZen needs a blockchain. I'm just saying that it seems that there's a conversation within the Zen community about fair blockchain. We all come to an agreement that the Zen token is a fair token, one of the most fairly distributed tokens on the planet right now. Now, blockchain, it seems like that's where our debates are coming in and where our community is starting to divide a little bit. But I think at the same time, this is a good, healthy conversation to be having so people can really get hip to blockchain and really understand why you even are on a blockchain. Why does Zen have to exist on 12 blockchains to even get people talking about blockchain, right? And maybe Ross doesn't do it, But I think, hey, we started burning these motherfucking coins. Hold on, let me throw some hopium in there. Right? We start burning these coins, man, for a blockchain. Oh man, they're gonna be like, man, I wish I bought DxN at 75, 475. Like, who would have known that it would have turned into a blockchain for trading or something? Who knows though? Maybe like a layer two or something. There could be so many different things. But I'm not trying to give that team any ideas or trying to make them do anything. They're doing their best they can with what they have. And I think the remedy to the situation is either cheaper Zen or a campaign to get people to burn. And that might kickstart this shit again. But if we don't get burners in the pool, do expect lower lows um, as people exit because you're still getting free ETH. So fuck what you gotta say. Fuck what you gotta say. We still getting free ETH even with the small pools. I don't know how much I got today. HTN with the Raz is a good man. He's what crypto needs. That's how I feel too. I do feel like we have two of the best brains in crypto with Jack Levin and Razvan. Razvan is really figuring out how to play the game, and then you got Jack Levin really figuring out the infrastructure and the architecture of how to put it all together. So we got a crazy team going here. Even though they two different teams, Zen is the key. They keeping that shit going. DBZen flip Zen. LOL. No, VPMx token is not Zen. Oh, actually, it isn't now. It's on Zen Turbo. They put VPMx on there. They put a whole bunch of brands on there, I think. I might get the fuck out of here. VMPx is Zen on Bitcoin in Jack's words. I mean, it is pretty much Zen on Bitcoin. It's the mind. It's the mindset. Raz and Jax are like Iron Man versus Captain America. It is like Iron Man versus Captain America. Uh, and it's coming down the blockchain, so it's a really good fight. Woo, damn, this day looking good. I haven't looked at this in a couple days. Wow. So we got VPMX over here. So this is something we're pointing out. VPMX actually has a $16 million market cap. I'm looking at Zen right now. Zen has a market cap. Where is Zen's market cap? Oh, of 15 million. So VPMX actually is more booming than Zen right now. It has a 24-hour volume of 5 million, whereas Zen has 2 million. So this is still good, but again, like a lot of Zenians have moved over to the VRC20 market because that's where the opportunity is. So we over there right now. But again, Zen is forever. It's never going anywhere. It's the fuel to VPMX. It is the fuel. This might be the engine, but you need the gas to go anywhere. So shout outs to DBZen. They're still burning 4.1 now trillion Zen going into that bad boy. People are still mining, and then this is what I was pointing out earlier. There ain't no Zen coming out, y'all. This shit is all the Zen starts showing up in April, so there ain't no Zen right now. We're supposed to have a lull on all sides and all markets. It's technically a buyer's market because there's no supply, but there should be demand. But there's extreme fear, extreme fear. But I'm hyped. Damn, Zen Turbo went crazy on this dashboard. Don't you think VPMX ERC20 will go lower after a few weeks? I do think VAMP ERC20 will go lower because it's going to be dictated by the Ethereum community. And I think VAMP on Bitcoin will hold the peg for the price in which it should be on ETH, unless people, don't mint it out. But I think people are going to mint it all the way out. Razvan is the guy that Jack is going. Raz is the guy. Jack is going after shiny objects, leaving behind supporters. If Zen were Jack's baby, everything would be around it. But that's just it, Sensei. Jack can't make Zen everything his. He has to be the biggest builder. There has to be a competition of builders. So he's the first one to release a blockchain. Now, if somebody wants to build a bigger blockchain than his on Zen, then they will be the biggest builder on Zen. Because remember, Zen is a building block. So technically, Jack isn't leaving Zen behind. He's adding value to it. Only those that think that they are being left behind are standing still. It's like literally being on a boat and everybody jumps and starts swimming to shore, but you're just sitting there. You're just like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm good. I wait for y'all to come back. Right? But meanwhile, everybody else splashing their way to shoreline. That's me right now. How is Zen fuel for VPMX? Because the Zen mindset is VPMX. You have the opportunity to get VPMX before anyone else. I just pointed out, like, if you were really in the game, you would be getting lightning eyes or laser eyes. So this is a BRC20 ERC20 bridge token already, and it's down 34%. So technically, Vamp is Zen because every other people are already doing it. It's just not called Zen on BRC20. It's called VampX. So, and again, yeah, I'm thinking about getting some of these motherfucker tokens because I think they're gonna do something with their bridge. It's a bridge token. This shit is down a fuck ton. How much does $100 get you? Damn, 8 million of the laser eyes. I don't know, man. But yeah, this is why it's the same. Because everyone's already creating the bridges, and whether or not you want to get with it or get lost, like you're gonna start hearing about this stuff on the YouTube. You're hearing it here first because Crypto Bro got the alpha. But you'll start hearing about people talking about these bridges. They'll be like, oh, we got to get these bridge tokens. They're the next 10,000x, and so on and so on. He needs to build a bridge for Zen first. I want Joe Blau to build one. And he needs to burn Phoenix. VMPx is Zen on Bitcoin, and you can mint it like Zen on July 4th. It's kind of like minting Zen, but it's not really. Zen equals 16. It does. I think Bitcoin and Bridge have the same gematria. Oops, I don't spelled it wrong. Darn it. But yeah, Bitcoin and Bridge have the same gematria. In case you didn't know. So it's 36, 117, 45. Same here. That shit crazy, cuz. That shit crazy. You're supposed to bridge back to Bitcoin. That's what it's saying. Hey, you want to see some more spooky shit? Okay, I really gotta get out of here. I'll end it on the spooky note. Yo, peep this. So, Zen was created by some would say a Jesuit, in my opinion, or whoever we want to say. Let's say an 84 though, for sure an 84. If you know the number game, it has the 84 stamped on the day that it was released. Peep this shit. 8/4 2024 is 666 days after the launch, and it's the 8/4 day of 2024. And this was released on a day. Well, this is a stretch because it's like two numbers and broken numbers, but there's a 24 there. But I forget what 24 is numerology wise. Oh yeah, 89th prime. It's the 89th prime, which is also the 11th Fibonacci number. So 11 being a master number. But yeah, I saw this and I was like, whoa, this is trippy. And again, it goes back to the 18. That 18, man, I feel like anytime we see 18 on the board in Gematria World for Zen, it could be a good play day. Because anytime there's an 18 there, there's always something good going on. So let's see if something, oh no, we're coming to, maybe something good happens on the 18th, Sunday the 18th. That'd be cool on some esoteric shit. But yeah, I've been looking at this stuff hard. Wow, look at this day. What a crazy day. Um, yeah, when is the next 18 day? When do we get another 18-day numerology? Oh, okay, Friday the 16th. So yeah, tomorrow we have an 18-day numerology. Let's see if anything crazy happens in Zen World. Let's see if anything crazy happens. Would be cool if we held off on VMPx. Would be cool if we held off on VMPx until releasing it on X1, then having the burn. Nah, you gotta release it now. Like, look at this is literally laser eyes. Here, let me show you the tweet. So if you go to Bitcoin Melodies, so go look at these Bitcoin Melodies, and then they just tweeted about it 2 days ago. So you're already late. Yeah, June 15th is today. June 12th. They said, yo, liquidity locked for 12 months, team tokens locked for 6 months, zero buy and sell tax. Uh, we'll have centralized exchange marketing and giveaways and never will be sold by us, and 0% reselling Bitcoin melodies for the next 6 months, blah, blah, blah. Right? And like they did this because it's their token. See, Laser Eyes, it's the best Laser Eyes meme. So you see they have like not too much activity, but this one got hella activity. So they're slowly doing it. Oh yeah, right here. This is where it says it. Tradable on blah blah blah. Laser Eye coin. Inventors of BRC20s and BRC20Es. A meme coin. Bitcoin bridged. BRC20E token. Like, come on, y'all. Where y'all at, man? Y'all on this shit? Because if not, you're getting left behind. There's 1,000 people already on this shit, man. This is when you get in. But yeah, like more and more I see it, I'm just like, yep, the token needs to come out as soon as possible so we can start shilling it past these people. They're laser right up out of their mind. Either Jack is lying or he is misinformed. It's literally free. Just show gas. Blah blah blah. The DBZen NFT light paper comes out tomorrow. That's good to know. He told people that it would be the first bridge, and it's not. Nah, he didn't lie on that because none of these bridges are using a blockchain. They're using a smart contract. But X1 will be using the blockchain, and that's why what I think when all of this comes into flourishing, fruition, that's what will be the argument will be like, well, yours isn't on a roll-up system. Yours is just on a smart contract, and it takes 10 hours or it takes 10 days. Like this one is on a roll-up contract, so it takes 10 minutes, and so on and so on. Like that would be the value proposition. These people are just seizing the opportunity of not having to build a blockchain. X1 isn't coming out until next year. Yeah. So that's when this will be at its height. You know, they're building out the world. So instead of releasing all the pieces now when nobody's there, they're slowly rolling it out and letting people know, like, hey, and ours too will have that bridge, but ours will be on a blockchain called X1 chain that you can get the gas token now fairly by minting Zen and getting as much Zen as you want. You can get as much X1 chain to bridge from Bitcoin to Ethereum in the bull market as much as you want. Like that's what they're doing. They're literally giving out this shit step by step by step by step so that everybody can learn about it instead of just deploying it. Because now Laser Eyes is out, and the problem they already face is people are selling down their token because it has way too much supply and it doesn't have a blockchain, and that's why it has to have a shit ton of coins so that it can have liquidity, right? So that's the best part about Vamp is it's gonna have a blockchain. It's a promise coin. I mean, you can use X1 though. How there's no promises there. They just have to turn on the servers. Or how do you say it? They just got to go mainnet. Or they could go testnet and maybe they could do a testnet mainnet scenario where like it's really just a subnet for the experience so that it is mainnet. I don't know how to fucking explain it, but I could see something like that where they create it so that the portal is private and public at the same time. You get an allocation, not an actual coin. Mainnet will be next year. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It'll be mainnetted next year when the most value is there. But they'll probably come out with the tech, and so you can use it. They'll come out with the tech so everybody can use it, and then from there you'll know it's real, and then all of these other bridges will have to be like Zen. That's all I'm saying. I see the picture. You got to catch up because you ain't got a blockchain. You ain't got a blockchain or a community. And that's why it's like, all right, are Zinians going to fall off this boat right now? Because it's possible. But numbers go up in crypto is all right. What y'all talking about? Vision is to make it freely available as possible throughout the world, making it a freely available on almost all blockchains, then making it a peer-to-peer currency for the world. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. You got to get it to the people in order for everyone to be able to use mass adoption. But again, like I'm saying, this ain't nothing new, y'all. There's people who taking their risk at it. Jack Levin's doing it too, and it's VPMX. So whether you want to go and buy laser eyes or you want to go and get some VPMX, I recommend doing some research on these bridges because they're coming for that ass. I've now showed you 3 bridges on my channel that I don't know how much more validation you're gonna need. I don't know how much more you're gonna need, yo. I've shown you 3. I've showed you DGods, Melody, and now VampX. Who's next? Who's the next bridge? Who's gonna do it? Do you know what kind of partnership VampX will have a Libra? Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, so the Libre, let's see if I can bring up that thing. So the Libre wallet is what sets VampX apart from the pack. The Libre wallet is the technology that's going to be built into X1 to give VampX the best DApp experience, because then people can go from Bitcoin to Bitcoin ordinals, but then that Bitcoin or that VPMX will go through XM or X1 chain back to Ethereum. So that's all they're doing. They're using their open source code so that they can swap back and forth in between Ethereum and BRC20s. And you see they have that marketplace coming soon. And yeah, that I think this is an all in relationship to X1 chain. So partnerships are necessary as well. I heard there's some FUD about this, about a hack that happened in 2001 with P Bitcoin. It looks like somebody did definitely hack them, but they haven't had a hack since, and I don't think Jack would develop anything with any source code. And also, when you look into that, I mean, I can keep going on and on and on, but when you look into the FUD, it's more about the builders and more than it is the bad actor really cracking a code. Like the bad actor was able to do it because of the builders. So there's a lot in that to unpack. Ustream motivates people buying DXN. Are people buying DXN now? DXN is the move, man. Maybe they'll have some hopium with that blockchain shit. Oh man, I'm not showing my shit. But man, I gotta get the fuck up out of here, y'all. We've been talking for too damn long. It's my bad though, because I didn't stream yesterday, so I feel obligated to say what's up to everyone. But tomorrow, see y'all. We'll talk some more. Go do some research. I'm showing you that it's happening, whether you want it to happen or not. It's happening, and I feel like at least on my channel, we ain't gonna get stuck in the sand, man. Crypto bro gonna keep running, keep finding the passive income, and not stay in one zone because that's not how you find it. You find it from moving. So I'm gonna keep moving, bro. But yo, have a good rest of your Thursday. Don't stay worried. Drink water. Peace.